Greg is back. It's the Radio Nomad, and we are back after our hiatus. Thank you for sticking around with us, bearing with us through, I know, a fortnight of none of this all up in ya. I'm back, Slam's back, Beard's back, and it's time for another sweet, sassy episode of the Radio Nomad.
I can barely contain my excitement. I'm going to be honest with you.
You are, I saw.
I'm like just shaking in my chair.
Your face is turning red.
Is it? I think it's just because I'm wearing red. So.
Oh, yeah. It's that effect.
Since my grandfather was a chameleon, I am trying to blend in, which is not true. Chameleons don't do that.
They don't.
Welcome, gentlemen.
So, we all kind of bent over backwards to accommodate for Beard's schedule, and he's back. He went on like a 2-week sabbatical from producer extraordinaire. Beard, how was it?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, where'd you go?
I went to Hawaii.
Okay.
Visited old Matt. Love you, Dada.
Love you, Dada.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Davis, California to visit a friend.
Ross?
Yeah, Ross, who was
friend of the
previously on the show. Friend of the show.
Cool.
I remember Ross.
Yeah. What would you say the best part of your trip was?
Man, all the relaxing and all the laughing.
Okay. Just asked for one thing, but that's good. Thanks.
That is one thing.
Wait, did you say all the relaxing and all the scratching?
Laughing.
Oh, okay.
Well, I hope you're in the mood to relax and laugh a little bit more. I know it's not still on your vacation, but...
And feel free to scratch.
Yeah, we're going to have a scratchy, relaxy, laughy type of show. Because the topic, or the theme, sorry, is fear.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
So relax and get scared for this terrifying episode of the Radio Nomad.
Terrifying.
Oh! So on that note, Slam, what did you do last month? Wow. Feels weird to say it.
Been an entire month. Wow.
Of February.
Oh, well. Can you really count February as a month?
And non-leap year February, too.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure all the other months laugh at February when it's not around. I don't know. Not a whole lot, you know. I've been working with no manager in my unemployment produce department.
So at the store that you work at, there's no manager?
Yeah, I have no manager in my department, so it's just me.
I thought that was you.
Well, I usually have someone to answer to, you know, because I'm new to the industry. There's usually an operations manager above me who I can lean on when I'm out of my depth, which has been frequent, especially with like St. Patrick's Day and stuff like that.
What happened to their operations manager?
She moved over to a different store.
Oh.
Because she didn't like the store manager.
Sounds cute.
Yeah. So it's been stressful. I came up with a title for my autobiography that I'm pretty excited about, though.
Oh yeah, what's that?
The Fart That Was a Man.
I see. The fart that
It's
was a
very
man.
enticing because I would like to know more. Like, how could a noxious cloud of gas become a human being?
Just sucks you right in, right?
Yeah.
And
Unlike
on.
a fart.
I'm kind of curious what would
It's a good
be in your
tagline.
autobiography.
Well, it would be my life story.
That's what an autobiography is.
Yeah, it wouldn't be very long.
If you're curious, just buy the book.
I suppose.
I mean,
I don't know if I'd want to buy... Well, I don't know. I hear all about his autobiography on the show. I mean,
it's
like...
true. You are living the autobiography.
He does dive deep into it.
So could you use the term autobiography like when you're just talking about your own life? Like today...
I think only if you write it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you couldn't go up to someone and say like, hey, so today during my autobiography, I was at work and
I don't...
No, you would say, "Hey, this is my autobiography for today," and then you'd have to scribble it down on a napkin real quick and then hand it to him.
Or you
if
could
that's
just
the
walk
way-
up. You could walk up to him and say, "I'm going to make an autobiographical statement." An autobiographical statement.
What if that was a new form of communication? Everyone just autobiographic their day or what they wanted to say.
It's like, "Hey, honey, how was your day?" Here you go.
Yeah.
I think you guys just explained texting.
Oh yeah, that
I
was
think-
I
interesting.
think
I suppose we do that, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's
Or blogging.
currently what's going on.
But what if we started texting in the form, like in the way you write a book?
So it's just like you wake up in the morning, instead of being like, hey, do you want to hang out? It's like, Joe arose earlier at 8 and immediately picked up his phone to text the beard.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
The sun was shining in his room as it does at 9 a.m.
The bright light of his phone was too much for his dilated pupils. Yeah, that's
He
good.
winced as he pressed each letter to form a message for
swipe.
the aforementioned beard. Oh, you used the swipe?
Yeah.
Way to go, droid.
Get the autobiography. What? I don't use one of those things.
You don't have a droid?
Ah, dude, Rise of the Machines. Haven't you ever seen it? I'm scared of that. It makes me very scared.
You're overthinking it.
Wasn't that a Terminator movie?
Yeah, and then all the machines take over because they're a bunch of droids.
Yeah, yep.
I got lasers in my eye.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm not wearing.
Oh,
I'm no
wow.
longer wearing any sort of eye equipment, or
Like that.
or telescopes.
Like you didn't get lasers installed in your eye.
No,
like you are
I'm not that cool.
Now able to shoot lasers out of your eyes. I mean, that's still cool, but not as cool.
Yeah.
You understand?
It was really weird. Like, everybody told me exactly how it was going to happen, and I was still weirded out by it. I mean, you lay on a table, and then they, like, suction this machine to your eyeball, and then they slice part of your eye and peel it back, and then they shoot lasers into your eye and reshape your eye completely. And then they put it all back together. And in, like, 12 hours, you're fully healed.
And you're conscious this whole time.
Oh, yeah.
So you
You're
watch it
conscious.
happen.
Oh, yeah. And you watch it go dark. That
Like
was
your eyes go, like you watch your vision go dark?
Yeah. No,
Whoa.
not like your
Oh.
retinas.
Like,
But
you,
like the room gets dark.
because they're shooting lasers in your eyes.
No, because your cornea filters the light onto your retina, and then that produces an image. But when your cornea is sliced and pulled
This
back,
is making me very uncomfortable.
and they like
I'm
flip it back with this little metal loop after they tape your eyelids back, and then stick something on there, and yeah, after
I'm
that.
terrified of the idea of this.
Oh, it's just a little corneal flap. It's not a big
Stop.
deal.
Come on.
Your eye's still very moist, and lubricated.
God. Well, okay, well, now I'm feeling different things.
Well, hey,
As soon
I
as
can
you said
see
lubricated, I was suddenly thinking...
I can see 20/20, and I've never been able to see even even close to that my entire life, even with glasses on. So
Wow.
it's pretty amazing.
Well, congratulations, Shobega.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Shout out to the tax man for providing me with
Former guest.
a former friend of the show. Well, still friend of the show, former guest, tax man. Shout out for LASIK.
Do you think you can you got a deal from him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Do you think you can get that for anyone?
Yeah. But
who's
only,
a friend?
Only one more this year, and then it starts over.
I see.
Yeah, I'm sure he would really appreciate me going ahead and just telling everyone, all our listeners that he loves advertising it to just anyone.
Oh.
But yeah, it was a good deal, and it was very horrifying and scary. But now I can see.
Horror scary?
Yeah, and now my eyes don't dry out when I drink beer.
Oh.
I'm getting wasted.
I don't
That
know.
it
I don't.
happens.
I know. I just don't follow the
Yeah.
correlation there.
Oh, when you wear contacts, it happens.
Oh, see, never wearing contacts. I'm a glasses man myself. I thought about getting LASIK at one point, but I feel like my face looks weird without glasses now. I'm so used to seeing it with glasses that,
That's true.
you know.
Maybe it looks weird with glasses too.
You look more natural without glasses, I gotta tell you.
Thank you. I'm all natural now after LASIK.
Hey, all right.
There's nothing more natural than getting lasers shot into your eye so that you can see.
Now, if you can just do something about that bug eye, you'll be good.
Beard.
Yeah.
Did we get any emails or?
Yeah,
Wait. Did you?
Besides the thousands
there's been
of
a
people
whole
complaining.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot more recapping to do.
Yeah.
Any apologies or corrections? I know the last show was a while ago. You might not remember.
No, but you know what? Something
Oh, no,
I've
not
decided
at all.
over the last month
What?
is that I just really like cheap beer, and I feel kind of like it's a faux pas in some circles to like really crappy cheap beer.
Those are called snooty circles.
Or
Well,
squares?
Maybe. it could just be too that they really don't like it. Because
Well, and that's
I
fine
can understand
too, but
that.
to criticize someone, like to treat it as a faux pas, like, oh, you brought cheap beer? What's wrong with you?
And I also kind of sometimes feel like people drink beer that they don't particularly love, or even they drink beers that they maybe like less than crappy beer. They're cheap American beer, just because I don't know. It's like kind of the thing to do, maybe.
That's possible. I get a lot of flack because I'm not impressed unless it's a cheap beer. I don't like IPAs.
Yeah,
And they seem
neither.
to be what's in right now, and people get very like, seriously, what do you even drink then? Why
Well,
drink beer if you don't like IPA?
I'm just always shocked by the fact that any opinion that you have, people are so outraged that you don't share it with them. Like, I mean, oh my gosh, you don't like IPA? What's wrong with you? That's like being like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, you didn't like Sex in the City while it was running? What's wrong with you? Like, well, I just didn't like the show. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't like the beer.
Well, you know what's funny is I was at a party and I bought a bunch of Rolling Rock, and there was a bunch of other beers there, and the first thing that went was the Rolling Rock.
Yeah.
Because all the other beers were all these like really flavorful beers.
The problem with really flavorful beers is that then there's more to dislike.
That's
If
true.
it's very plain and that you can tolerate it, that's fine.
And they're harder to get through. A cheap beer, you can just drink like 4 or 5 of
Yeah.
them and get a good buzz going.
Although typically they're way higher alcohol content, at least, like IPAs and
Yeah, no, I black out.
I don't know what is way higher alcohol content.
twice
Is
as much.
4 versus 6, 4% versus 6%. Is that a big difference?
No, I think if there's a like Ice House or Steel Reserve, those are like 6-something%, and those are still shitty cheap beer. So that I think it's more like once you get up into the 8 to 10% range,
Then you'll notice a difference
then
in
it
how
become-
quickly you get drunk.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
I
And
can see
then
that.
I'm also I'm considering not eating pork.
Okay.
And I'm slowly starting to maybe think I'll go into the direction of quitting eating meat.
Mm-hmm.
But pork, because man, pigs are like really smart animals.
Yes, they are.
and they probably like have feelings.
They're extremely social too. Like, if you've ever seen pigs like get forcibly removed, like if you have a couple of pigs that are roughhousing a little too much and you have to separate them, like they get really depressed and forlorn without each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're very conscious of, and they don't thrive without a community.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about it. We'll see what happens. Not
Beard,
really
we
sure.
just had sausages like 2 hours ago.
Dude, you didn't need to bring that up.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I should have just stuck to the bacon.
Yeah. So Joe and I played. Joe's in a bags league,
Mm-hmm.
and I played the other day. And
But
I'm
not on my
What
team.
is a
not on.
bags
I
league?
subbed. And, bags is the game where you throw the bean bags at the board with a hole in it.
Oh, cornholing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Some people call it that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I've come to realize that I had a couple of things about those leagues. Is number one, all those games like bar games, darts, bags, ping pong, even. I always am better after about 2 or 3 beers. That's when I'm at my best.
That's why they're bar games.
Yeah. But the other thing is that I like those games way better when it's
The loudest zipper in the world.
All right, this jacket's just got to come
Oh,
off.
man.
It's so crinkly. It's like this guy's just wearing track pants and a windbreaker to a radio show. What the hell? All right, sorry, Beard. Go on. I'm
so
now
the
just in
other
a
things is
t-shirt.
that I would rather play those games not in a league. Because I feel like I don't know, I get super annoyed when if I don't play at my very best, and I get like I have to be here now.
Hey, and
in
I
a
gotta
league.
say, I agree with you, especially because this particular league has gone severely downhill. It's a bags league, and clearly one of the wooden boards is left out in the rain, and it's completely warped, and you have to put like 25 coasters underneath it. And then they added some stupid like VIP lounge that completely takes up all the space, so the courts are all smashed in the corner, and people are throwing bags into each other's back. Everything's super cramped, and it's just, I don't know.
Where do you guys play?
It's not great. We play at Legends.
The
in
bar.
Northeast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the basement. And it was
Oh.
actually really cool last year, and things were good. And also everything's disorganized. The other night we played a game for no reason because we got matched up against the wrong team. Yeah, so I understand your frustration.
Yeah.
Like,
All
if
right.
you're going to make it competitive, do it right.
We have one email.
Let's hear it.
All right, this one says, "Hi guys, it's me, Cheesy Mac. Do you remember Cheesy Mac?"
I remember Cheesy Mac. I feel like I
Okay.
didn't like Cheesy
This
Mac.
says, Sam, I wish you could eat Mac because it's really good. Sam, if you could eat Mac, what would you add into it? And what would be your favorite brand if you could eat Mac?" God, that was not well written.
That is a.
So I think the questions are basically, Sam, if you could eat Mac, what would you add into it?
Black pepper.
Okay. And what would be your favorite brand if you could eat Mac?
I guess I don't. I
You
wasn't.
have to answer.
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess I wasn't aware there was other brands of Cheesy Mac besides Kraft. I mean, I do eat faux mac and cheese, which I believe is made by Amy's. So that is
So it's just, there's not actually dairy in it?
correct. Yeah, it's
Sam's lactose intolerant.
very lactose intolerant. I'd like to add
Turd.
explosively lactose intolerant. But yeah, no, I don't really understand the hypothetical nature of that question, but
Dude, you know what? If
I
that question
hope I gave a solid answer. Is all I'm saying.
If that question were directed to me, I would just say I would add nothing because mac and cheese is perfect just the way it is.
Oh, it needs some black pepper, in my opinion.
Well, your opinion's stupid. I totally disagree with it, so you're dumb.
How dare you have an opinion?
Yeah, that's the dumbest thing ever. You probably don't even like IPAs.
You're right, I don't. Damn
I
it.
didn't think so.
You got me by the balls.
That's because I
Joe
already
Bacon.
read the fart that was the man. Or what was it?
The fart that was a man, yeah.
I was close. Close. I see. I pay attention. I listen to you.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
appreciate that.
All right, we're gonna have an awesome show. We're really glad to be back. We're gonna have some hometown heroes back in studio on the radio Nomad. Thanks for sticking around. We're still here. We're still hot on Radio Nomad. At least a bunch of hot dudes, and now there's just one hot chick joining us. Thank you, hey girl.
Hey, guys.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
I haven't seen you for like 4 days.
I know.
It's been too long.
Way too long.
It's been 2 days.
I
Only
don't-
2.
Oh, well.
It's been a month. No, more than a month for me.
I know. Slam, I missed you the most.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Oh,
Hey,
wow. I
girl.
don't appreciate
Figures.
that one bit. Actually, I'm kind of offended. Upset.
Now I really appreciate it. Thanks, hey girl. I'm flattered. I missed you too.
Aw, thanks.
Hey girl, what have you been up to?
I was
don't
gonna
know.
ask that.
Not much, but been around.
It's a good move.
She's been
Been
around.
around. Come on. You can,
I've been
you can
around.
choose your words better than that.
Round, I get around.
How's Brett Michelson?
Oh, about the same.
Still hot?
Still hot.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's about it.
I was expecting a little bit more of an update.
No, nothing is ever new with him.
Still a starving artist, just trying to make it in this big, big world.
Yep. Won't ever love anyone more than his paintbrush and his canvas.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah, that's kind of sweet.
Yeah, he sounds like a really nice sweetheart guy.
Yeah.
Did you just make that up right there, or did
Yeah.
you say that one time?
No, I made that up. On the spot.
Wow.
Wow.
Have you ever considered writing a novel?
No, but I am now.
Maybe an
I'm gonna write that one
autobiography?
down.
What's that?
What would your autobiography be titled?
Woman who loves man who can't love. That's really long.
that's pretty good. No, that's about right. And just put it in like size 72 font. That's all the cover says.
There you go.
I would buy that.
I'm not sure I would. That
would
doesn't
just look
that
funny.
doesn't sound like a book that I want to read.
Sounds
actually.
very depressing.
But it would look funny on the shelf.
Well,
Like,
I feel
look
like
how
the-
big those words are.
I feel like the letters would be really swished too, so it'd be a little hard to read too. So you'd have to like stop and stare at it for a second. Like,
What if all the pages were written in the same style?
Hey, has anyone
be a
written
quick read.
Has anyone written a book yet that there's only one letter per page?
Probably like a children's book.
Not entirely, but yes.
I'm thinking about doing that.
Like one letter on repeat, or just one letter?
No, like the whole story. Is it a whole story and it only has one letter per page?
Fair
I don't
enough.
know.
What would your autobiography be titled, Vega?
I don't know.
I'm afraid of this answer, I gotta tell you.
Wait, one letter or one word?
Oh, good.
One
Oh,
letter.
good. She bought me some time.
Yeah, there's like an alphabet book out there.
Well, no,
So you
I'm
could
talking
just,
like
like-
it has a story.
So the only way to read it would be to like flip the pages really fast and like try and catch each letter as it
Well,
goes
you
by.
know, you could sound them out as you go. So like you'd be like, you'd see T-H-E.
But you wouldn't know where the word's going, so you don't know how that T is going to be pronounced. It might be
Especially if Slam's pronouncing it.
Like theater,
Slam,
and you think
Slam
it's the...
pronounces his T's like everybody else.
No.
That's not how lisps work, you dick. Case in point.
Hey, this sounds funny. I don't know.
T.
I don't pay a lot of attention.
Tremendous. See? There's a TH at the end of tremendous.
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 Huh,
It's
interesting.
spectacular.
My autobiography would be titled Joe Bag of Donuts. This is the story of your average American that is really cool.
You've lost me.
Yeah, I
Fair
got
enough.
really bored after Joe
couldn't-
Baga.
Could you say that again? I forgot what you said.
Oh,
I mean, I wasn't listening.
actually, I don't even remember.
Jared, what about you?
We'll fix that in editing.
What would mine be?
Mm-hmm.
My autobiography would be, the beard, long, curly.
That's good.
That's it.
Is that how the story would go too? It'd be long. and
Can I give you a
curly.
note? Can I give you a note?
Sure, I'll take notes.
I would title it "The Beard, Tall and Curly."
Okay.
I like that.
One.
That
it would
book
be,
sounds-
It would be the beard, tall and curly. Period. Dash. There'd be a dash after the period. One man's journey through one man's life, comma, again.
Good punctuation.
Yeah, it's like I don't think that's proper punctuation.
I love
dash
all of
after
this.
the period.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
It's like daring, like doing improper punctuation can be very daring.
I think it's actually just wrong.
Yeah.
Well, then again, Quentin Tarantino spelled bastards wrong for the Inglorious Bastards.
Oh, he did? I didn't notice that. Does
Never
that mean
spelled-
I don't know how to spell
Oh my
it?
god.
Possibly.
Kid can't even read.
How did he spell it?
Basterds.
Oh.
It's the turds that was wrong.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see.
He messed up his turds. He did it to himself.
You gotta get the turds right.
My favorite thing is when I'm reading a book and I think I found like an error, like a spelling error or a grammar error, but then I think to myself, well, I don't know much more than this person who wrote this book does, so maybe it's right.
Would
Yeah.
you file that as an irrational fear?
No.
Well, one big thing about that is that I don't even remember what you're talking about. But
And that is why I don't miss you.
Slam brings up a really good point in that the theme of the show is fears. Oh my gosh, stop it. I'm super afraid of
thunder?
thunder. I know it's irrational.
Yes, that was thunder.
Thanks. I haven't pooped my pants in a while. I appreciate the clip.
God, those are the best types of thunder.
That thunder? What, pants pooping thunder?
Yeah.
That's a real pants pooper of a storm we got coming, folks.
That would be awesome if that
It's
was
the loud
a descriptor.
crashing thunder.
Does it frighten you?
Yeah.
That's irrational.
Why is that irrational?
The reason why I say that
That's
it's
not irrational.
Why?
Tornadoes, motherfucker.
Yeah, tornadoes are not thunder. They're tornadoes.
But there's usually thunder when there's tornadoes
when,
around.
you know what they say? When there's thunder, there's tornadoes.
There's lightning.
Sorry,
no,
I had a nap alarm
I think-
set on my phone, folks.
I think everyone has at least one irrational fear. What are some of yours?
I definitely have one.
What's yours?
Heights.
Yep, that's mine too,
Yeah.
actually.
I was
That is an irrational.
so I was in
fear.
Hawaii and with old Matt, and we went and climbed a mountain or whatever.
Hiked up a mountain?
Yeah, we hiked up a mountain, and
Oh, yeah, no big deal.
it's so weird because he pointed it out to me in completely logical terms. Like hundreds of thousands of people have walked this exact same path that I'm about to walk, and didn't fall. But
well,
yet,
you don't know that. Maybe some of them fell.
no, I mean
Oh.
they didn't. No one's ever
Okay.
fallen on that one.
Oh.
And yet I'm still, it still makes me uncomfortable. I mean, all I can think about is falling.
Yep.
but I'm not going to because no one ever falls.
Here's another reason why it's irrational is you walk straight so much in your life without falling over.
Mhm.
How come when you're at an elevated, well,
Well, I
when
will
you're
say-
up in the air, all of a sudden you're more worried about it?
I will say, like climbing, I mean, hiking up it wasn't just like walking straight on a street.
Right.
Mm.
And like I can be sitting on a guardrail, like leaning on, like the guardrail's up to my weight or up to my chest. Like there's no way
Yep.
I can possibly fall over. I look over that edge and I am terrified.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like my knees start to quiver a little bit. I'm very much the same way with spiders. Like I know there is nothing to be afraid of spiders in Minnesota, especially, which is where the Nomad usually is. Therefore, that's where I am. But I see a spider and I am paralyzed. Like I don't know what to do. I freak out. Like
Do you know that you
I
actually,
usually just fling it away from me.
in the United States, you have a better chance of being attacked by a shark, surviving, and then getting killed by a falling coconut than you do dying from shark or from a spider?
I don't.
Wow. Did you just look that up?
No, I actually know that there have been 0 cases of someone who's actually died strictly from spider venom in the last 100 years. I
Oh.
didn't just look it up. I looked it up earlier.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, but there has been one person who got attacked by a shark, survived, and then died from a falling coconut. So therefore, you are technically more likely.
Wow.
It is kind of crazy though. Spiders is one thing that I did have an irrational fear of, but I don't nearly as much as I used to. And I think I kind of used a bunch of logic to really
Would.
yeah,
Science.
to overcome that fear. And I think that for the fear of heights, if I were to live in Hawaii and I were to climb that mountain every day, I would just go one step further and I would slowly become more and more okay with it, and I think I could get over it. But I mean, in Minnesota, there's just like not that many heights here.
Yeah.
I think if I
that's
grew
true.
up in Colorado, like living on mountains, I would just be okay with
You'd
it.
just be afraid all the time. Like,
Yeah,
I'm still at 10,000 feet.
I kind of know what you mean, because man, people. When I was in Indonesia, people really laughed at my fear of heights because there's everywhere is a mountain.
Mountains.
That was how some people laughed. Yeah, there was one lady. It was terrifying. I was
I
like,
thi-
"What? You regret making her laugh."
I think another irrational fear is fear of like flying. And when people are in an aircraft, they're like so afraid that they're gonna crash.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, actually, I was just in an airplane and I thought to myself, this is so amazing. Like, so many airplanes are always flying around and they all land like 99.99% of the time. And there's so many variables, like the wind shifts or something, and they can account for that, and it's perfectly fine. And like barely ever crash.
I think that too, and then I start getting really worried, and then I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna have a drink."
Do you know that the odds of dying in a motor vehicle accident for your lifetime is 1 in 98, and for air and space combined, including air taxis and private flights, the odds are 1 in 7,178.
I would like to see the research on that. I'm
I'm
wondering-
Sure, after the segment.
Yeah, I'll show you.
I'm wondering what
It was-
yeah, but
probably Yahoo.
think about
Yeah.
it. You drive way more than you
Yahoo
fly.
Yahoo Answers.
what is the average on people who are flying in that study?
Right.
What?
Like on
I
average,
think that
how
just
often are people
encompasses
flying?
all the amount of people who are driving every like year, and
Okay.
how many accidents there are versus all the amount of people flying versus the amount of accidents. I think
Well-
that's what it was.
That's legit.
I mean, your chances of getting in a car crash and dying are way higher than they are of getting in a plane crash and dying.
Right.
It's just all of my statistical analysis involves people asking questions of other people. So I read a lot of terrible studies.
Huh. Just like, hey, have you ever died in a car crash? No. Well, that's 0 for 1.
I have a really
Exactly.
random fear.
What's that?
I have a fear of car washes.
What?
What?
Funny.
Yep. Just today, I was begging my dad to take my car through the car wash, but instead he washed it by
What's
hand.
the fear? He
I
washed it by. That's the alternative. Instead of being like, wash your own damn car, he just washed it by hand.
yeah.
Wrapped around your little
My
finger.
God.
fear is I don't know how to do it. I've done it once, and my sister was in the car, and I was like freaking out the whole time. But I don't know what kind of car wash is it going to be. Is it going to be one with the track? Is my car going to get off the track? Is something going to happen to it?
I have a solution for you.
What?
Take it to a full service car wash.
Yeah,
All you do is you just give them your car, and they run it through the machine. They run it through the whole thing for you.
Yeah.
It's like an extra $5.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
But
do
they
it,
clean
and
the
they
inside,
yeah,
too.
and they vacuum out the inside.
Oh yeah. No, people have told me to do that. I just haven't done it.
And you can catch up on your people from like 4 months ago.
And you can watch it go through.
Yeah, I remember going to one of those as a kid.
And you can get snacks while you're watching it too.
Do you ever, when you go to those, do you watch it? Do you watch your car?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't go to car wash.
I love seeing the car go from just absolute gross crap to like shiny new.
I know.
It's just a really good feeling.
Yeah, it's one of those like subtle but super rewarding feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to tip them then?
You don't have to. You never actually have to tip.
Oh, well, I know that, but
I always try and give them
is
a
it
tip.
best common practice to tip them?
I
Then?
think so. Yeah, it's a service industry, and they usually have a tip box at the end. So.
They do. Okay.
Mhm.
So
I
this
don't.
is the problem with America.
I
When
would
are people
never.
going to start accepting tips on their square for cards? Because I never carry cash.
I thought they could.
Not most places.
At the one I go to, it's like a restaurant.
Or you can pay and then include tip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, then I could do that.
Yeah. I'll tell
But
you.
it really bothers me.
Dan's
like,
Nicollet car wash.
Yeah,
That's the one I go
Nicollet.
to.
yeah.
Dance.
Dance.
I always just feel bad. I'm like, I can't tip you.
What was that? Were you saying something?
No, I wasn't saying anything at all.
Yeah, don't mind the.
You really sound like a dog when you bark.
I know.
Let's bring your dog to work day.
I'm half dog, half human today.
Enough of that.
Yeah.
When did that start?
That scared
Okay.
me. That's.
I'm scared it's gonna happen again.
That dog must have been
I
scared.
got bit by a werewolf, you guys.
Wait. I had a.
What?
I had somewhere to go with that too.
Sorry.
Wait. Hold on. Wait.
It's over.
Just
Bagger.
everyone wait.
It's over.
Wait. We had a
Bagger.
bunch of stuff to talk about. Oh darn it.
I guess you'll have to come back for the next segment.
Oh, the dirty rotten beard. Wait. There's a bunch of like expired milk in there. In his
That
beard.
is your autobiography title right there.
Dirty rotten beard. Oh man, the song is so scary. It's instilling fear in me right now. I know it's irrational, but I just can't help it. I'm a little bit scared by Beard's musical
Hey,
selection.
can I ask a question?
No, you can't. Hey, sorry, LG. It's great to have you.
Thanks.
Thanks for showing up. It's more we can say about some of our other friends, but
LG.
you can ask a question though. Hey, girl, I was just kidding.
Okay, thanks.
What's up? What's your question?
I really like this theme that we have going, although it feels a bit Halloweenish. And right now, the holiday going around is St. Patrick's Day. So
Ween.
why is our theme talking about getting lucky?
What?
Because not all of us are Irish.
Again, I don't make that correlation. What does getting lucky have to do with
Because like
St.
Daft
Patrick's
Punk
Day?
is going to be playing at.
No, because
Four-leaf
four-leaf
clover.
clover.
It's all about luck.
Is that Irish?
Yeah.
Plus, there's the expression, the luck of the Irish.
Well, I know about the luck of the Irish because they're like usually starving to death.
Just
So
a
it's
random
like,
thought.
If you're having really bad luck,
Lots of turmoil.
well, if it's pretty bad luck. If you're having really bad luck, that's the luck of the Jew.
Huh. There's a lot of the blank of the Jew expressions. There's
Oh.
the eye of the Jew, the other body parts of the Jew, the luck of the Jew, the wallet of the Jew.
The wallet of the Jew.
Yeah. You
The
speak strangely. You must be a Jew.
The fable of the wallet of the Jew. Hey, can I ask a question too? Since you're letting people do whatever they want.
Yeah, I guess. Go for it. There's no control in the show whatsoever anymore. Just do it.
None whatsoever. I just wanted to know if FOMO was an irrational fear, since I wanted to ask earlier, but
I don't know what FOMO is. I doubt that a lot of people know what FOMO is, but I'm gonna guess it's fear of missing out.
that is correct.
Yes.
That makes
Nailed
sense.
it. And I know people who suffer from FOMO.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a real
Oh,
thing.
definitely.
Oh yeah, I think I probably suffer a little bit from that.
I used
I
to.
totally do.
It's like people who actually, at their own expense of their health, will just do whatever because they don't want to not be involved.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. It definitely is a real thing, though. I think it's actually like a diagnosis.
Yeah. Well, and I the people that like they can't be anywhere for like very long, like they got to keep hopping to a different party to like find the better party.
Yep.
I think we know somebody
Oh.
like that.
Yeah, I certainly don't have
That
that
beard.
aspect. No, it's for me. It's more like, oh man, I'm stuck doing this one thing that is not very like enjoyable, when I could be doing this other thing. But it's never like I'm doing this awesome thing, but I now have to go check out the other awesome thing.
It's like, oh, I'm stuck doing the Radio Nomad every 2 weeks, and I could be in Hawaii.
Yes.
Then you did that.
No, I don't know.
Mine was more like, oh my gosh, I have to go out for a third night in a row because everybody's going out and I just feel like trash and want to go to bed. But I would do it anyway.
But is that fear of missing out, or is that fear of being judged for missing out?
No, I never feared of being judged. It was more of just a fear of missing out, just missing out on a
Like,
good
what
time.
if something
being
really
friends.
crazy happens?
Oh,
and
true,
I'm
true.
not there.
Right,
Yeah,
you're
totally.
right. I couldn't be a part of the story after the fact.
It actually, and it's a fear that a lot of people have, but I actually do think that could be categorized as yet another irrational fear. What do you think?
What?
I
I think it's pretty rational.
I would agree.
Oh.
It's-
Yeah.
Think of it as like a fear of not having fun.
Right.
Yeah, I suppose that is
But
rational.
if
Everyone
you're
wants
afraid of
fun.
not having fun, then I don't know where I'm going with that.
That's true. That's what she said.
Yeah.
That's very good. Very good clarification.
My train of thought completely derailed. Like,
Well,
That happened
or
to
is
me.
it just overthinking it? I mean, if you think about it, all fears could be titled
That was my problem.
irrational.
You're
All
overthinking.
you're doing is overthinking something, making the worst, out of the situation.
That is kind of true.
that's true. Somebody told me a story about climbing a mountain that was similar to that.
Yeah, totally. He's totally overthinking it. It wasn't a fear. LG, do you have any fears that you suffer from that you might think other people would think are irrational?
Oh.
Some of the ones we talked about were like fear of flying. Or
The ones I was thinking of before were more like fear of getting kidnapped and put in a basement for like
I suppose that's
decades.
somewhat irrational because, like, what is really the likelihood of that
Right.
happening? Or is it pretty
I've lived
good?
through it.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
wow.
sorry to bring
We
it
have a
up.
survivor
To
here,
tell
you
the
guys.
tale.
Okay. Oh.
Do tell.
Yeah.
No,
No.
don't.
Why has it taken you so long to come out with this story?
So my irrational fears.
I think one that I forgot to mention earlier is an irrational fear of black cats that people have.
Oh, yeah.
And it's actually kind of sad because
I know.
people fear black cats so much that they won't adopt them, and then they're the first to get euthanized.
Oh,
And
that
the
is sad.
worst part about that is I think, like, man, that's so bad. Think about all those black cats. But then I think, like, wait, if people are stupid enough to think that about black cats, what do they think about black people? Like, they probably have the same irrational fears
No.
of black people, and they're just like, oh, man, I
I think that's
can't
just
be
I
around this
think
black
that's just
person.
a superstition, though.
Yeah,
like
it's a
people
superstition.
Like I was just thinking, like somebody earlier today was like, "Oh, you don't want to break that. It's a mirror on the other side. You can't break a mirror. That's bad luck." And I don't subscribe to that.
Yeah.
I think about it for a second. Like, oh, people, this might be bad luck. Well, anyways,
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I guess I
But
do
you
acknowledge it.
it's
at
like
least.
ingrained in
Acknowledge
you
it,
to think
yeah.
about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Or like
For some reason.
when you walk under a ladder, you're just like,
yeah. I don't do that.
oh, I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Nothing bad's going to happen to me for the next couple of hours. Yeah.
And that is when I got kidnapped.
Oh, wow.
For decades.
So I
For
guess
decades.
that's a rational fear,
Yeah.
the walking under ladders
I
thing.
forgot my other fear was mirrors. specifically
You
in the
fear the
bedroom.
mirror?
I don't have a single mirror or reflect thing that I can see a reflection in my bedroom.
Because
Really?
it weirds you out that nothing
just
shows
'cause-
up.
Or is it because your face looks super scary in the morning?
No, it's because ghosts live in mirrors.
Yeah, but
Spirits live in mirrors.
What?
so you don't have one on
What?
your ceiling?
Have you seen Ghostbusters?
No, I don't have one on my ceiling.
They live in paintings.
Yeah, it's
If I
paintings,
do
no.
have, I used to have to flip my mirrors around. Like I'd have like a long mirror, like for looking at myself in, and I'd have to flip it around or cover it before I went to bed.
Oh, but mirrors in the bedroom are fun.
Yeah, how are you supposed
The
to watch
last thing I
yourself
want to do
bathe
is
in
wake up in the
six?
middle of the night and see myself and like shit my pants.
Well, how are you
Like-
supposed to look at your butthole to make sure you're tweezing the right
You
hairs
have to stand on the counter.
to maintain the star shape?
I
Oh.
feel like the mirror thing stems from that thing you did at like sleepovers where you looked in a mirror in the dark and you're
Yeah.
like, Mother
You know where it
It's
came
like
from,
Candy
actually.
Bloody
Man.
Mary.
Bloody
Motherfucker.
Mary, yeah.
The
I never
Are
did
You
that.
Afraid of the Dark episodes.
Just
from
stand in front of the
Nickelodeon.
mirror and be like, motherfucker.
8
Motherfuck-
times.
Yeah, and then
And then you'll get raped.
Then your mom yells at you.
yeah, and that's the
Swearing.
fear. That's the fear. You don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
See, and I saw the movie Candyman as
Yeah,
a kid.
Candyman.
So
That was the
I
one.
didn't want to say Candyman 3 times into the mirror. That was
Oh, Candyman?
yeah.
Candyman?
You're not in
I
a
am not a
mirror.
mirror.
Wait, did you have to say that one in a mirror? That's Bloody
Candyman?
Mary.
Huh?
Joe-
No, I'm pretty
Joe
sure you
holds
saw
up the mirror.
Candyman. You said
Candyman
Candyman
was
into a
3
mirror.
times.
In a mirror?
I don't think it was in
I
a
don't think
mirror.
that
I
was in
it
a mirror.
Oh, man, you are...
Oh shit!
That's just Bloody Mary in the mirror.
Oh no! All these years I've been avoiding saying Candyman in front of the mirror. It turns out I was in trouble already.
He's like saying it over and over in his sleep. Oh, you're fucked.
He's just
Sam.
waiting for the right moment.
All his rotten hook hands gonna get me.
Ugh. That's...
I don't think I have any irrational fears.
What about any of germs? That's a pretty common one.
I feel like you might have prior knowledge.
That's a good one.
You are quick on the gun on that one.
Just saying.
No, not anymore. No, I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did
Really?
at one
So if
point.
I just picked my
I think
nose and
I
wiped it
was-
on you, on your skin, you'd probably be
I
mad
would
at
just
me.
be grossed out.
Oh,
That'd
okay.
be disgusting.
All right, that's not a fear. That's just normal behavior.
Right.
Well,
Rational.
like people they're like scared of getting sick from other people, even though generally like when the time frame that they could get sick from someone else is
Before they're exhibiting symptoms.
Right.
yeah.
That's what you're gonna
I
say,
just
Science.
realized we're totally misinterpreting an irrational fear because a fear of heights is totally rational. Like you can die from falling off of a height. Like
From what?
I know what you're
from a
saying,
height.
but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's irrational in the sense that like
It's most likely not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
kinda
like are in a tall building and you look down and you're scared.
Right.
Yeah, fair enough. That's an
Rationally.
irrational fear. But like
Yeah.
if you're standing on the side of a mountain,
Yeah.
That's
That's
rational.
Or I'm standing in the middle of a highway and I'm scared I'm going to get hit. That type of thing. That's pretty
That's
rational.
kinda
That's pretty rational.
That is rational, yeah.
what was that voice?
So, speaking of fear, we're it's pretty much us sitting around a campfire here telling ghost stories. Oh my God, don't do that, seriously. I know it's irrational.
One more
but
time.
It is scary. I don't like thunder. Where there's thunder, there's tornadoes.
That's right. That's what I've always said. Old Grandma Zinner.
So we were gonna come up with some nice backstories, and we were all just gonna try and combine for like a really sweet, scary story. So,
All right.
did you guys do that?
Yeah.
I came up. Yeah.
I think Hagar wants to read hers. Is it good?
It's
Only read it if it's good.
It's good up to the last sentence.
She got like a fancy.
Well, then
pen.
we'll help you out with the last one.
Okay.
All right. Let's hear it.
So, here's the scene. Girl awakes from a nightmare, sweat dripping from her forehead.
Sounds hot.
As she lays there thinking to herself, it's just a dream. It's just a dream. She lets out a sigh of relief and chuckles. She then turns over in her bed, only to find...
That was scary.
To find. Oh, that's the dot.
Why, I have a sentence.
Let's hear it.
A floating banana pointed right at her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so like,
excite somebody.
is it like
more.
in a fishbowl?
Nope, it's just
Oh, just
floating in the air.
floating.
Well,
I
Is
like
it-
that.
Is it in or out of the peel?
In the peel.
ooh.
Oh,
And then
oh
what if,
my
hey, but
God,
what
that's
if all of a sudden then
frightening.
it started peeling, just
Oh
like
my God.
very
Oh,
slowly,
there you go.
one by one, just
Even scarier.
And then
freak me out.
after that, the peel just drops to the ground.
And then she slips on. And she dies.
No,
Barry Manilow
But
comes on.
first the banana like shoots at her and starts trying to like attack her, and she's like and then she runs away, and then she is about to run out her door, and then she slips on the peel.
Well, why would she run? Why would the peel be all the way over at the door?
Because that's wherever the banana was.
Why would the banana be floating?
Because it's
itself and attacking
floating.
her.
Because when she looks to the left in a mirror, she can see the shape of a person eating the banana or holding the banana, whichever part.
Oh,
That's
this is
tricky.
dual layer banana
Yeah.
story.
I like.
You left that detail out before.
I just thought of it.
There was one last piece to mine, to my scary
your
story,
banana?
to the end of this scary story. Well, so she runs and she slips on the banana, right? Then the banana is going to try and kill her. But what's the only way a banana could really kill a person?
Suffocation.
Choking.
The banana starts to insert itself into her mouth until she chokes on it and can't breathe anymore and
Sure.
dies.
Maybe she
Well,
just
that's
eats it really
frightening.
fast. Like
Yeah,
really
and she
fast.
gets like a stomach
I'm pretty
ache.
sure I saw that on a CSI episode, but it was with a cucumber.
Oh man, they've done everything, haven't they?
Damn it. CSI did it.
I'm not lying. But I do like the part where she looks to her left and sees the image of a person in her mirror holding the
yes.
banana.
Good, yeah. Oh, yeah.
derived from
Yeah.
personal fears there.
Yep, I did. I went deep.
Fear of bananas peeling themselves.
What if it was actually a scarecrow and the banana was the scarecrow's dick?
Do you put banana dicks on scarecrows?
Yeah, I do.
When you go out in the front yard and build a scarecrow with your friends and
That's
your
what-
family.
Oh shoot! Who
Yeah.
brought the banana?
Everybody does
That
that.
scares the
Get
birds away.
hay.
It scares the crows away because they're like, they're afraid of yellow and they're afraid of dicks and scarecrows. So it's a triple combo.
How do you know it's just not an extra place for them to perch?
Good point. Good
Yeah,
point.
really good
And
point.
eat
Yeah,
it.
excellent. Yeah, and
And
also,
food.
how do you know it's not just food that they can just eat? Yeah, good point.
Oh, yeah.
Point, LG. Anyone else have a scene they'd like to set?
LG.
Oh.
You gotta say it like this.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
You're hanging out
Whoa.
with your friends. Oh my god. Around a campfire. Your friend Joe leaves to go to the bathroom
I have a friend
in the
named
woods. Then this might hit close to home.
Joe. Oh dear God.
He goes to the bathroom in the woods and disappears for a little bit. And then all of a sudden, you hear an air horn and a scream, and Joe never comes back. So then, popcorn,
Oh, whoa, that's a good game to play. actually.
popcorn, Joe Bag of Donuts.
So then you quick put out the fire and you head inside and you're going to call 911. But guess what? The phone line's been cut. And then you hear a rustling coming from the woods and popcorn slam.
It's actually Joe in the bushes, touching himself inappropriately with a pair of binoculars. You're relieved, but at the same time terrified. Popcorn.
Slam.
Oh, I gotta say a name?
Yeah. You don't just say popcorn. Popcorn Orville, red and black.
Popcorn beard.
Then there's this banana,
You just can't get over the banana.
and it peels itself, and it stabs the binoculars, and the binoculars shatter, and the shards all shatter into Joe.
Glass man. And then
Popcorn Joe.
and then it becomes Glass Man, and all the college kids that are in the hotel or in the log cabin around the fire that were just gonna be there to hook up and drink beer and be away from their parents for the weekend, all of a sudden they have to deal with Glass Man. Popcorn, hey girl. And then he looks in the mirror.
Wait, can we recap the story real quick?
I'm really bad at
So
popcorn.
far we have let's see,
Joe disappears in the
fire
woods.
with your friends, hanging out with your friends, super scary.
So scary. Joe disappears in the woods.
Right, Joe disappears in the woods.
And you just hear an air horn and a scream.
And then our protagonist runs inside to call the authorities, and then hears a rustling from in the bushes, right?
Yeah.
From inside.
Somehow they have really good hearing. It's a superhero
really loud
protagonist.
rustling.
Well,
The protagonist is a dog.
fair
Yeah,
enough,
really
fair
good
enough.
hearing.
Revision, then they were running inside to call the authorities.
Yeah.
They hadn't entered the domicile yet, which
Nope.
is apparently a log cabin. We find out later.
A really nice one, too.
The story has many twists.
The plot thickens.
So, okay. I got the story, the gist of it. What's it called?
A banana and binoculars.
Whoa.
I thought the banana would start choking Joe by inserting itself into his mouth quickly.
I thought this.
Joe doesn't have a gag reflex.
How would you know? Let's not get into it, please.
I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, that's weird. It's getting weird up in here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I need to snap out of this because I am frightened right now. I feel like someone was just holding up a flashlight underneath their chin. We're all in a dark, dreary room, and we were talking about bananas that unpeel themselves and shady shysters in the mirror. I'm not really sure how that story goes, but it's good. Craziest, scariest story ever. The Radio Nomad. As long as you don't lisp your T's like Sam does, just
I don't.
T's.
Good.
I don't lisp on T's.
not-
That's not how lisps work.
Gross. Lisp on T's. It sounds like.
That's not how it works.
That's not how a lisp works.
It sounds like.
What are you saying?
I'm gonna lisp all over your T's, girl. Thanks for sticking around, listening to the Radio Nomad. Roll call, real quick. Who's still here? Sam, you? Oh yeah,
I'm
Sam's
still here.
okay.
Oh yeah, I've been here for days.
Dude, you
Don't
still
call
here?
to come back.
Here.
I'm still talking.
LG,
Precinct.
Here.
hey girl,
Present.
and Jenny from the block still.
On the block.
All right, well there you go. Jenny from the block's here, FYI.
Word up.
She just joined.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Been a long time.
Woo!
Nice to see you.
Thanks.
It is good to see you. Are you a permanent resident?
I am.
I thought so. I think
Yep.
you were the last time you were here.
I
too,
was.
but
Yep.
I don't listen. So what's up? You got anything? You want to fill us in on, or any like recent news, big stories going on in your life? Anything cool?
I got a haircut.
Oh, it looks
Ooh,
nice.
thanks.
I was gonna
Very
say
nice.
something, but I didn't know if you had gotten a haircut.
The
or
listeners are going to love it.
I know, right?
not. We'll put some Jenny from the Block haircut photos up on the site after the
Yeah.
show. Sounds great, guys.
Yeah, just post those up.
Jenny from the Block, you got any irrational fears, real quick?
Bananas.
What?
What?
Truly.
What kind?
The
Floating?
yellow kind.
Yellow.
Self-peeling?
That's crazy. You're going to think, man, the story that we had last segment, we came up with a scary story, and part of it was a banana,
Oh
a
my
floating banana that choked.
Stop. I
She
was
probably would have
terrified
ran out of
enough.
the room.
I was already terrified at banana. Okay?
Yeah, you can tell Jen's squeezing Hey Girl's leg out of terror.
It's true.
Nails are digging into me.
Go on.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Keep okay. Hey,
Yeah,
I had a good idea.
I assumed you were talking to me. What's up?
That good idea is to have a segment about good ideas and bad ideas, because you got to give
Ooh,
love to
a
the
little.
bad ideas.
Would you call it like a little good idea, bad idea?
Hey-o.
Huh?
Good idea.
Bad idea.
Good idea, bad idea.
Every kind of idea.
Except for mediocre ones.
Not mediocre ideas. Okay, so you can either spit out some good ideas or crap out some bad ideas, or you can just be like, here's a good idea and a bad idea.
Ooh, I want to do that.
Okay, do that.
All right, good idea. Going out on a boat.
Okay.
Well, depends on if you have an irrational fear of water or
That's
not,
true. That's
which
true.
I do.
Oh, really?
Shit.
I think you're afraid of everything.
Yeah.
Bad idea. Going out with a boat.
Like on
Like
a
on a
date?
date, yeah.
Yeah. Or like trying to date one. Like,
Yeah.
this is my girlfriend. She's a schooner.
A spooner?
A schooner.
I don't know. I
Does
mean,
she spoon?
At least she won't talk back to you.
I don't even
Yeah,
get
is it like motor to you or motor away from you? Might be uncomfortable if you
Schooners
spoon.
don't have motors. They're sailboats, bro.
Oh, my bad.
Jesus.
So what about the pole, the long pole? How do you feel about that?
Mass?
I feel pretty good about the long pole. Let me tell you what.
Lots of
Wait.
experience with it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go with that.
I'm half-mast just thinking about the long pole.
Full mass right here.
All this sailor talk is making me feel a little bit salty about my good idea,
Boo.
bad idea. Oh,
Not
no.
punny.
I got one.
Okay.
Good idea. Beer chicken. Right?
What?
Cooking
What's
chicken
that?
and beer.
You just
Oh,
Beer-
fry it up in beer.
Yeah, beer flavored chicken.
Yum.
Oh, yeah.
Bad idea. Chicken flavored beer.
I was just
Oh,
thinking
yeah,
chicken
good
flavored beer would
one.
be
Yeah,
terrible.
that is
Yeah.
horrible. That's the worst thing I've ever heard. So good one.
Thank you.
It's a really bad idea.
I have a good idea.
Okay.
So what I want to try and do is I have a few plants in my house, and I want to try and save all my exhales and breathe them on my plants, because then they get more carbon dioxide, because plants need that.
That's what you got what's plants crave. It's carbon dioxide.
Yeah. So
Electrolytes.
like when I'm just like hanging around my house, I breathe in, and then I run over to the plant and
Why don't you just like carry
That's
the
a really
plant?
good
Yeah.
idea. You know, you could breathe
Wear it
in,
around
but
your neck.
hey, crazy idea, good idea maybe. You could breathe in by the plant too, because plants produce oxygen. You'd be like at an oxygen bar.
It would be like a completely symbiotic, very close relationship.
I'm surprised humans don't just like get in relationships with plants, because they could just like breathe on each other all the time, and it
I
would
feel
be
like
a
good
symbiotic.
idea loving your plants. Bad idea loving your plants.
That's true. Oh yeah, that's a good idea, dude. You're gonna have really healthy, full-grown plants.
yeah, because I'm gonna breathe on them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that might even cross the line to a great idea.
Well, we're not talking great ideas, okay?
Just good.
Nothing
So
great,
your
nothing
idea-
mediocre, nothing horrible, just good and bad.
Your idea and good idea are now stricken from the record because it was too good.
Oh, shoot.
I have a good idea.
Okay, everybody forget I said that.
Shockingly, I have had a good idea. My good idea is to write good ideas that you have down immediately before you forget them, like say over the course of 2 weeks, because otherwise you won't have any material.
Holy shit, that was awesome.
Are you trying to tell us something?
Yeah, just when you have good ideas, write them down and then send them to the radionomad@gmail.com.
So we can steal them.
Yeah, and we'll talk about them.
Why 2 weeks?
Because it's how often we do the show, and I can never remember all the great ideas I have throughout the week, and then I just come up with this.
See, that is actually very true. Because like that great idea that I just said, the one we were all forgetting about, I actually thought
I
of it
haven't
like
forgotten about it.
I thought about it like a week ago, but I wrote it down. So
Nice.
now we still
And
have
that's true even if you're not on a super awesome, successful podcast.
it. Yeah, it's really good to write your ideas down.
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever had, or like, how about when you're about to like fall asleep and you have a really great idea?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've all been there.
And I'm like, I'll just repeat it a few times, and I'm definitely gonna remember it.
Yep.
Like I don't even need to write it down.
No.
It'll be all good.
That's like saying you're going to remember your dream in the morning when you wake up.
Oh, I do.
Dream.
I think there are
Depends.
people who remember their dreams all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Lucid dreamers, man.
Never mind. I guess that's not
So
me.
here's one that actually LG and I were talking about, and some others last night. We were thinking about doing yoga in different situations of life. So like in common situations. So like if
Like
you're
when
at
you're at a common concert.
no, like if you're going to the grocery store and like as you're checking out, you put down your yoga mat and you start doing yoga while they're checking out, and basically you proceed with that transaction, but while you're doing yoga.
Interesting.
Time
then
saver.
Yeah, and then you could get your yoga in too.
You know, I saw an interesting video online of someone who was just babysitting, but they were using the baby as weights, and they were working out the entire time they were babysitting.
Shake weights.
No.
No, just regular. Like,
that's terrible.
So they're bench pressing a toddler like 1,000 times.
I feel like
and the toddler was like, "Wee,
Yeah.
I'm an airplane." But the other person was like, "Yeah, I'm getting a good workout in."
There are totally classes at like gyms where you bring your kid and
Just throw them around for a
pretty
while,
much,
and then all of a sudden you're super jacked.
Nice. As far as doing yoga anywhere goes, I feel like the movie theater would be ideal for that. Just like
It's true.
doing yoga in the back while you're taking in a film, taking in some cinema, if you will. If you won't, I understand. It sounds pretentious.
Or what if like you're on the bus and you could still be doing yoga?
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Or like
good for your
driving.
balance.
Or you're at a restaurant doing yoga? You're at the club?
I was wondering about the restaurant because I don't know if I want to eat doing yoga. I enjoy my eating time.
I want to hear some bad ideas. Hey, I have a bad idea. Getting in a fight.
You could have just said like, "Hey, I want to hear myself."
Oh no, I want to hear some bad
I want to hear
ideas.
some bad
I was
ideas.
just trying
I've
to
got
get-
one, coincidentally.
I'm trying to get the ball rolling. But seriously,
Sorry, go ahead.
I just can't think of when
He's
actually
trying to get
getting
the
in
ball
a fist fight is ever a good idea.
What if
If you're in a boxing match,
Yeah, what if that's your
What is that, your-
profession?
That's a glove fight, not a fist fight.
What
So
about
if you're a
like
bare knuckle
MMA?
brawler?
Yeah.
like I'm really into ultimate fighting.
You know what's
street
funny
fighting.
is before I came up with this idea, I was thinking about adding a little footnote that said, except if you're in a professional fighting league, but I didn't think anyone would actually go there. So
I mean, I'm really into it.
So there you go, guys.
My
Snap.
mind always goes there.
yeah. So I guess I really should have prefaced it by saying, this one's good, except if you're an ultimate fighter, don't get in a fight. What does it accomplish? Love, not hate.
I'm sure to complicate some things. What the block and any bad ideas?
I have a bad
Plenty.
idea that I did. I went to a like brand new situation work function really high. And while usually I enjoy being really high, that was not the time or the place. So,
Yeah, that
Bad
doesn't
idea.
sound like a good idea, that's for sure.
bad idea.
That
Did you
sounded
have to
like
talk
a good
to
idea.
people?
Oh yeah.
It probably
Which
sounded-
like
It probably
I do that
sounded
high
like
all
a
the
good
time.
idea like an hour
Yeah,
beforehand, and then
definitely.
quickly realized it was a bad idea.
I was like, this will make it way better, and then I got there and was like,
Totally.
bad idea.
Do you think anybody knew that you were stoned?
No.
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 Oh. But you just felt it on the inside?
Oh yeah. And like
Yeah.
super overwhelmed, like, too much new information and I'm too high. So I should just got maybe get a little high.
Yeah.
That's a good
maybe
idea.
I just
Not
get a little high.
really high. Bad idea.
Just kind of overdid it.
Yep.
I've done that before. I did that the other day. I had to reset the department at my work, and I
Like,
move
got
a whole
better
bunch of
focus.
displays and like switch up everything that was on sale. And I had a headache because I'd been drinking the night before. Okay, I had a beer, and I'm 30. And so I took a hit. Thought I'd be okay. I walked in, and they're like, "Oh, Sam, you're good. You're here. Or Slam, you're here. What is my name again?"
You can be
Did you move like
either.
all
Are you
the
really
big-
high?
I am really high, actually. So this whole story is taking way longer than it needs to be. But basically, yeah, like 4 people are just like, "What do we do?" And I'm just like, "Leave me alone."
So when I used to be on a customer service agent on the phones, and one time a friend and I, during our break, we went out and got high, and I came back, and it was so terrible.
Oh, I did that
It
for
was.
a bit.
It was. So I get back on the phone. I take a phone call, and this person is like, rah, 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 I'm mad about this and this and this, and then like they get done, and after telling me their like 5 to 10 minute story, and I'm just like, what?
Oh, that's what happens when I call Comcast. I see.
It's like, could you repeat that? Yeah, that's definitely a bad idea.
Yeah.
I'd get zony because I'd be like, I used to work on the phone scheduling car appointments, and people would call up, and I'd be doing it, and they'd be talking, and then suddenly I'd realize they were talking. They'd be like, hello? We're like, oh, yeah, sorry. No, you're in. You're all good. You're set. You can come on in. 4:00.
Even though that was totally wrong.
No, I usually got it right, but,
Oh.
it was usually. But, yeah, it was just, I'd forget that they were,
I
that
think
I had
it's-
to actually communicate with them.
It's funny when I go to places of business and I can tell that the people are just so baked.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
I know. It's pretty common with the pizza delivery. Like, I mean, I've had a pizza delivery guy come to my door who could barely open his eyes.
I have that Office Depot a lot of the times. I feel like they're really high at Office Depot.
That makes sense. They're just wandering around, kind of like probably during the day. There's like probably not too many people there.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, who goes into Office Depot?
Besides me.
LG.
Oh, yeah. Why are you going into Office Depot?
I use their printers. Print a lot of stuff.
She's trying to score
Small
some
business
weed.
owner.
Trying to get
Yeah.
going.
She needs a new drug dealer. Hey girl, you got any bad ideas?
No, I only have good
Oh,
ideas.
please.
I have a bad idea.
We have plenty of bad ideas.
What's your bad idea?
Your
Okay.
glad idea.
So it starts with a good one. This kind of refers to our last conversation. But a good idea is having a mirror in your bedroom. The bad idea is having a murderer in your mirror.
Whoa.
Good.
Oh, I never thought about that. Yes, not a good idea.
Yeah, bad idea. Have a long scream. It doesn't end.
Well, that was really
So
bad.
the only way
a
to
terrible
avoid
idea.
that is not keep mirrors in your bedroom.
That's true.
Or at least turn them around.
Or have
Or
them all
turn 'em around.
Or lock your doors.
have them all
That's it.
exercised before they enter your room.
Or just close your eyes every time you look into one.
That's true.
And at least then you won't see the murderer.
I have a good idea related to bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
They should make a bed temperature regulator, as in when you're sleeping, you should be able to sense oh, you're warm. I'm gonna cool a little, rather than actually have to wake up and kick off a blanket or sling your leg out the side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it.
That seems like it would be something for the extremely rich, because those
I can dream.
those of us who aren't extremely rich could just kick our leg out.
I feel like
But I like the idea.
I'd have to move your leg then.
I do think it's a good idea for sure.
It's like a device in your house that it's let's say it's on the wall and it can tell the temperature and then it just automatically adjusts if the temperature gets out of range, either high or low. Is that?
Oh yeah, totally.
In your bed.
And it's totally
Yeah.
the energy that it uses is totally renewable too.
Yeah. Responsibly sourced.
What if it's just
clean coal energy.
this person that you hire that sits next
Fans
to you
you.
while you sleep, test
Feeling
your
your forehead,
forehead, shuffling the sheets for you.
That would be nice.
That would be creepy.
Breathing.
Murderer
And he
in your
eats a
mirror.
banana.
And they're not a murderer.
But he dresses in a stocking cap where you can.
This is getting.
Let's get this service.
This is getting really weird.
Yeah.
You'd have to
Okay.
do some deep background checks on these people that you
He just
hire.
has a nylon over his head.
So in your story, it's a guy.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I have a good idea. When you wave at someone, wave with two hands. In case they don't see one of the hands, then they still see you wave.
That's a really good idea.
My great grandma used to wave with both hands. It was creepy.
You think you seem really scared today?
Well, I was really young and
Why are
she
you
was
so
really
scared of your
old, so
grandma?
everything she did was creepy.
Are you scared of old
Even though
people?
it's just waving and being nice to you.
Well, and I feel like if I waved with both hands, people would never think it's a high five anymore.
They think you're raising the roof?
Well, yeah, because
That's how you wave.
Everyone
Slam.
can see that.
Slam.
You don't wave
I
side to
wave-
side,
Slam
no, no.
projects
forward
both
and
hands
back.
forward.
I wave, forward and back, like a normal person.
Yeah.
Well, the other good idea I had was about milkshakes. And when you make a milkshake, instead of putting it in a blender and having to use another dish, you just put it in just pour milk over your ice cream basically and stir it. And there you go. You've got your milkshake. You don't need to actually shake it,
I've always wondered
What's
about
wrong
that.
with putting it in a blender?
because then you dirty another dish.
What if the blender's already dirty?
Ew.
Well, I don't know. That's just
Maybe you should just keep your blender dirty. Good idea.
yeah, but that doesn't taste good.
It
Bad
sounds,
idea.
It sounds like a root beer float, but with milk.
That's kind of what a shake is, I guess. But you
I
know,
don't think I've ever had a milkshake.
Milk float. I got a good idea, bad idea.
All right.
Good idea. Raising chickens. Free eggs, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Bad idea. Being raised as a chicken.
I've got a good idea, bad idea. That just made me think of one. Good idea, raising chickens. Bad idea, being racist.
Racist chickens.
Yes. All sorts of chickens. There's a lot of chicken ideas there, so keep that in mind. Keep thinking about chickens for the next show. And get some more chicken ideas. Thanks, everyone. We're gonna be right back with a little nightcap action. We'll go where most people have gone, but then a little bit further than that. So like just out of reach of where people usually go on the Radio Nomad Nightcap. Coming right up. Took me till 5 segments in to realize we have an equal number of hot dudes, hot chicks. When does that ever happen?
Wait. Oh, whoa.
Hot dudes, hot girls, just everything.
I feel like
It's been a long time, Moss. I missed you.
we got it all. I know. I
F
miss
you,
Moss.
dude.
Oh.
Moss, if you're listening, come back to Rumpus. Come back to Rumpus Studios.
And
Is
drink
that a real
heavily.
question?
No, that was an imperative statement.
You disgust me.
All right,
What's up with that?
Well, I tried. I would definitely like to have Moss back, though. That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
no, he's
That'd be
a
fun.
fun guy.
He's a hot dude.
I'd
Keep
prefer he
going.
didn't bring a crowd of people.
He's really
but,
great.
you know.
He's an intellectual. He says a lot of really cool things.
Whoa.
And the man
Keep
loves
going.
his Teen Wolf.
And he likes Teen Wolf. He actually has a Teen Wolf podcast. I don't remember anything about it, but I'm supposed to advertise it, I think. He
Holy
made 20
shit,
bucks
that was
earlier
awesome.
in the week. So, Teen Wolf starting up again in
At
some point in the next 12
Yeah.
months.
There you go. There you
Thanks,
go.
thanks, Moss.
Congrats
What
on that
was
$20
that?
come
That
up.
was weird.
What did happen just now? Where
there's
are
a
we?
Power outage. There was thunder. Thunder. Thunder.
Is it
I
because
don't know
you
if
said the
he's
word
pulling on
fear?
it, but someone is.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I feel like Moss is here, and I've honestly got enough of him. So
So don't come.
yeah, don't come back. Whatever. You
It
do.
seems like every time you say fear, thunder rolls.
I said here. Oh my God.
That actually scared me.
Always does.
It's every time you say, see, the thunder got tricked because you said here and not fear.
Right.
Oh, so it works whenever you two do it.
I said here,
No.
not fear. Oh God. Don't do that. Ugh. Ugh. Very intimidated right now by you.
He controls the thunder.
If it's not Folgers in your cup, what is the best part of waking up?
Nothing.
Absolutely
Yeah.
nothing. I agree.
What about when you're really, really refreshed?
Oh, that
That
first.
never happens.
No, I sleep way too much to
Eye
feel
boogers.
refreshed.
When you
Ew.
clear them, you mean?
Oh yeah, clearing the eye boogers in the morning.
It actually feels pretty good.
No, oh really? You're anti-eye booger.
Well, I am too. That's why I clear them all the time right away.
There you go. Me
Wipe
too.
that shit clean.
I'd have to say a bowl of really good cereal.
Oh, that is actually good. Yeah.
Like, what is your go-to cereal?
Count Chocula.
Like I really like Golden Grams. Like if I have Golden Grams to wake up to, I get pretty excited.
The best part of waking up It's
Golden grams in your bowl.
golden grams.
In your bowl.
Oh.
That is good. A good breakfast is nice to wake up to. Sometimes I wake up and like, in the middle of the night when you go to the bathroom, and I'll wake up and I'll feel really hungry, and I'll think, oh man, what do I get to eat for breakfast tomorrow? I can't wait for that.
Totally.
I don't even eat breakfast.
I don't either. Coffee.
Well, guys are
Yeah.
missing
Yeah.
out.
Totally missing out.
You just eat water.
I drink
water,
water first thing,
coffee.
and then
Cigarette.
yep, that's the story of my
I
life.
just don't get hungry till like 12.
So maybe this is just
About
something that
noon.
affects men, or maybe even just me. But
Probably.
from brand to brand,
Brand.
my shoe size changes a lot.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
So
no,
what?
it happens.
I can't help but wondering what's the biggest shoe you've ever purchased?
I don't even want to say.
I wear size 13.
I
No,
wear
you
size
don't.
Oh,
Children.
I wear an 11 in women's, which is large.
That is really large.
I wear a
I
13
know.
in men's, which is large.
You know what they say about big shoes?
I wear a 7 to 7.5
Big feet.
Hate
to
you.
8. Depends on the shoe.
7 to 8.
Sometimes I can fit into my sister's, and she's like a 9, a 9.5.
Yeah, sometimes I can get into 10s, but it does depend.
Yeah.
I'm like 11 to 12, somewhere in there.
Um,
I'm like
about a
6 to
10.
midnight, roughly.
About a 10.
Somewhere in there.
You know what they say about women with big shoes?
What?
Big brains.
Oh.
Yeah, true.
I
It's
was
true.
gonna say breasts.
Who says
No.
that? They?
Wouldn't make sense.
Science.
Th-
Tests.
Oh, scientists.
So, when I was dating back in the day,
Back when you used to date before you
back
gave
in-
up and
like-
became a
I couldn't
spinster.
help-
Asexual.
Like back in the Monday of this
so my
past
favorite
week.
thing to do, like on dates, like I think is a great date, is go bowling. I love bowling, and I think it's a great date.
Like with Nasty Nate.
So,
But he was stinky.
Stinky bowler.
I always felt a little bad when we'd be bowling and we'd get in shoes, and the guys would always say like a low shoe size, because automatically I'm thinking, oh, does shoe size?
You dirty,
really
dirty
matter?
dog.
You dirty son.
And I
of
always
a
just
gun.
felt really bad that I heard that, because I don't know if they felt self-conscious about it or if it was just my dirty mind.
So if we go bowling, then what are you going to think when I'm like, hey, I need a 13? And they're like, oh, we don't have anything that big.
I've heard
I'd
that
probably
before.
just giggle.
I had to deal with that a lot. When
You
I was-
should just be like, when you're ordering bowling shoes, you should be like, oh man, this is just like when I order condoms.
Where do you order condoms?
Well, he has to because they're
Okay, yep.
online on the internet,
At the bowling alley.
custom made. Yeah, that's true. In the bathroom, in that machine, they have those, right?
Bowling condom machines? Yes. For all your bowling condom needs.
A bowling condom.
Dude, bowling
What
gets
exactly
me going,
is that?
so
So
might
it-
as well.
Is it the pins or the balls?
The balls. The ball's
Really
knocking
big.
the pins over.
Really
Okay.
big.
The bigger the ball, the
the
heavier
big
the
balls
ball,
you
the
like,
better.
huh?
The heavier the ball, the better.
Yeah.
So apparently, Hey Girl
Ouch.
dates Jewish guys.
Yeah.
So
What?
you
They have
like,
heavy balls?
Yep.
hey girl, what do you think about when you go to the bowling alley and you finger all those balls?
That is.
Well, my
It's the
worst.
best
Buzz
part.
your damn self.
Well, my
Beard.
worst fear. Oh,
Okay.
I should have brought this up. My worst fear about
Is your-
fingering the balls
I
is
know
that
what it
my
is.
fingers are gonna get stuck.
Oh my God.
Mine
right?
too.
It's the worst.
Yes.
I always think about when like eating finger foods at a bowling alley. That always,
Yeah, that is
even
pretty
me,
gross.
who's someone who's really not very like afraid of germs, that still kind of like makes me feel a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like eating buffalo wings after bowling.
One time I went to a bowling alley and somebody had shoved a piece of pizza into one of the holes in the
my
bowling ball.
God.
And
How
I
does it
thought it
even
was a human finger. And for years I wouldn't bowl because
Lots
that
of
creeped
fear.
me out. Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, it might be irrational, but
Somebody's finger just came off.
Yeah.
Well, like, oh, damn it.
And they just left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
And that was-
yeah, they just left
They
it
were
in there.
embarrassed and walked away.
Well, the ball return got messed up, and
That was the last time the leprosy club ever had a field trip right there.
it was bad.
Well, so then if you could put your finger in anything in the whole world, what would it be and why?
A vagina.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
I went there.
Oh wow! I think we could probably arrange that. It's not that hard.
You could probably arrange that yourself.
I do.
Yeah,
frequently.
no, that's true. I forgot you were a woman.
What is something
They
you
have
always
those.
wanted to stick your finger in, but we're told you're not allowed to?
I
Your
feel
nose.
like
Gack.
Light socket.
Oh. A light socket.
Oh yeah, good one.
Very nice.
Maybe like
Liquid nitrogen.
Oh, good one. Yeah.
What about
Is this with no repercussions?
Yeah.
Is that, okay.
a bowl of spaghetti?
I'd like to touch like melted glass.
Oh, sure, yeah. that'd be
I was
cool.
gonna say liquid hot magma.
Oh yeah, that would be really cool.
Is that lava?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
You have to be
Kinda.
so scientific.
I'd
Science.
like to touch like
I mean,
melted
yeah, sure.
rock.
If you've never been to the Science Museum.
That's
A vagina.
I already said that.
Oh.
Yeah, but
taken.
one of you has the opportunity and one of you doesn't. So
Son of a bitch. Someday I'm going to be talking to a girl and she's going to be like, this isn't terrible. And I'm going to marry that woman.
so that you can have sex with her.
an
So I can
Just
put my
put his
finger in
finger,
her
yeah.
vagina.
Because you're saving
First, you're
yourself.
gonna ask her what her name is.
Oh, you're saving your
Then you're
fingers for
gonna-
marriage.
First, you're gonna ask what her name is,
She
and
just
then
doesn't
you're
have a
gonna
vagina.
propose.
Oh, that's where I'm
Instantly.
going wrong. I should stop proposing to people I don't know the names of.
Probably.
Stop bringing up marriage.
I
so
would
soon.
also kind of like to stick my finger into an eye socket.
I like that you use 2 fingers, just so you know.
Oh, both fingers.
I would like to
currently
actually
using
stick
2
2 fingers into an eye socket, but maybe someone who is dead, just recently died, and then like see what would happen if I poked my finger into their
Yeah.
eye socket.
No.
I could see that.
Maybe their eye would explode.
This is
That would be sweet.
This is mostly unrelated, but just strange urges. Like, does anybody else get the urge to swerve into oncoming traffic?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
I get the idea.
Yeah, the idea, but not the
Yeah.
urge.
I never get
Yeah.
the urge.
Okay, I wouldn't call it an urge, but I like think about it. I'm like, I could just swerve into traffic
and
right
die.
now. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Like you just think like, what if all of a sudden I had a muscle spasm and it pulled the wheel to the left and I just went into oncoming traffic at 60 miles an hour and died?
Yeah.
That's
And at that point, I buckle my safety belt.
how. Well, that's when you do it.
Yeah,
Not
usually.
like when you just start the car.
That's usually when I have the thought.
That is a weird thought, though, is how fragile life can be.
Like a delicate flower dipped in
Yes.
liquid nitrogen.
And the
Sitting
thing
next
is,
to a
like, it
fan.
doesn't even have to be you. Like, I always think if I could do this so easily, what's to prevent that SUV on the other side of the road from doing it?
Yeah,
And just
exactly.
crushing me and dying.
Yep.
That's so crazy.
That's why I stay the hell away from other cars.
So you just take the back roads.
Yep.
Don't
That's why
drive at all.
I bike a lot. You know, I feel a lot safer.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Well, I mean, you have a super nice bike, so you know it's got good safety ratings and
It's
stuff.
got a protective
It's got
shield
airbags.
around
Airbags.
me.
it's
It
got
says one airbag in the seat.
it's got the other kind of
Blasts
child.
you
Always like
upward.
But yeah.
I was like blast out accidentally when I'm like braking.
It's got the,
The pothole.
it's got the other kind of child safety rating where a bunch of kids got together and were like, "That's safe."
I
It's a good rating.
I think I want to get a jersey,
What kind of jersey?
like a blank jersey.
You're supposed to say, I think I want to kind of get a jersey.
Yeah. I think I want to kind of get a jersey.
Yeah, you're supposed to put a question mark at the end of anything.
So I'm thinking about, what do you guys think about that? Just like getting a blank jersey. Think that'd be cool?
I'd
Like all
support you.
white.
I think it'd be
maybe.
cooler if you got a jersey that said your name on it.
Or
Beard.
just, why
Beard.
don't you have it say blank on it?
What number would be on it?
No,
too?
no numbers, just totally blank. But you know, like the ones that have a bunch of like little
Oh.
holes in them, like below.
Like a
Football
penny?
jersey?
yeah, like
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
a penny?
yes, a penny.
not a penny. No.
Hey, I bet your Radio Nomad jersey would sell for a lot. Like it was just the Radio Nomad icon instead of a number, and then it said beard,
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
and it was mesh.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I haven't even looked into if they sell blank jerseys or not.
Well, that would work because you wear a lot of like mesh shirts.
Yeah,
Like
I'm-
every shirt you have is
Yeah.
but
made of mesh now that
I
we
thought
To
it
show
was.
off the nipple clamps.
It's because his chest is so hairy. It needs to breathe.
And then the hairs poke through the
Yeah.
mesh.
Yeah. That's
So, like,
and
pretty
hold the shirt on.
much.
There are parts of that of that shirt that I don't even know if they're there. Like they're so well buried that there might just be.
You mean parts of that sweater? Because it's
turtle-
actually just his
mesh
chest
turtleneck
hair.
he's
It's
wearing?
not really a sweater.
Oh.
Oh, hey, here's something. Speaking of hair on the body, we got 3 hot chicks here, so we got to ask. Have you ever grown your armpit hair out?
No.
Would you ever consider it?
No.
No, it itches.
Oh, I guess I don't
Mine
know
doesn't itch.
because mine's really long and it never itches.
Oh.
I had a question related to that for gentlemen.
Uh-huh.
If you were dating a chick, and which would you rather, like have her not shave her armpits or her legs?
Good
No
question.
comment.
I'd rather that she shaved her legs, probably.
Okay.
I would rather she shaved her armpits.
Armpits.
Because honestly, I don't think I would ever even notice if someone's legs were unshaved. I'm so used to just
Touching your own legs?
yeah, exactly.
Or are you saying that like
I'm
your
always-
lady has really long
hair.
leg hair?
No, that's not what I was saying. Maybe what I meant, but it's not what I was saying. What I was saying was that my leg hair is really long, and I would never. I think that lady leg hair is like really, isn't it usually really fine and like blonde, and it's hard to even tell anyway?
Only if you have blonde
Depending
hair.
on the lady.
Oh, all right. Well,
So I got.
well, that's just how I imagined it. But I
imagining.
would never care. I could never imagine myself caring.
Yeah.
Like, be like, oh my god, I can't believe your leg hair is touching mine. And mine's like 10 times as long because I've been growing it out my entire life. I could never judge somebody for that. But armpit hair, it's like, oh god, ugh, you got.
That's gross.
Isn't it a
looking
thing to
armpit
like dye your armpit hair? I feel like.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
like a
I
new
Bleach
have
it?
no
trend.
idea.
That would be cool.
Yeah, no, it totally
Or,
is.
like, dye
you
it
can
like
go,
pink, like
yeah,
tie-dye.
like pink or green or like
That's not a
neon
thing.
colors. It is a thing, I promise.
Yeah,
That is
Where?
I have Easter egg blue armpit hair right now.
Maybe out in weird Colorado.
Yeah.
I heard
Colorado,
I've heard it's a
Washington,
thing to let your
Oregon.
armpit hair grow out for girls, and then they braid it into
Oh.
their head hair.
I've heard it's a thing
Yeah.
to just light it on fire. That's what Slam told me. That's what he does when he's sad.
Well,
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't trust
my
Slam.
back hair.
Oh, it's back hair.
Yeah, just my
Ladies,
back
would you ever let your back hair grow out?
I'm lacking
Yeah.
back hair, thankfully.
I've done it
so-
my
Oh,
entire
yeah, turn
life.
around. Let's see. There's a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
of stragglers.
Damn it.
I have straggler back hair. I'm just gonna go ahead
Hey,
and say
maybe
that.
we should have a competition where whatever we do something, and then whoever wins gets a picture of Hey Girl's back hair.
Yeah, that's good.
I agree.
She's been growing
mean,
it
I-
out her entire life.
I mean, I don't have back hair. I'm planning for the picture. That's gonna be the reward because it's gonna probably be my back with back hair.
no, it'll be Hey Girl.
I have this one
Oh yeah,
back
just like
hair,
the last one was.
just below my right shoulder blade that gets really fucking long if I let it. Like I can just grow that fucker out.
Do you ever pull out your back hair when you're
Sorry.
bored?
I get an ear hair on my earlobe.
Just one?
Yeah,
Same.
and I pull it out, and then it comes back, like
Nope.
maybe a month later.
LASIK that shit, bro.
LASIK, yeah.
LASIK. Yeah, get eye surgery, and then your ear hairs will be gone.
You're lobe waxed.
Or
Just the
what
one
is-
hair, just right there.
Laser.
Electrolysis?
Laser.
Laser?
No, it's,
laser. It's just laser.
God,
Go
what
in for
is
the
that?
laser and
Laser
they just
guided?
zap one
Laser.
hair.
Guided,
Hair removal?
No, it's something else.
Laser
Laser hair
guided.
removal.
guided hair removal.
Oh yeah, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Tag.
I hope at
Laser
least
tag?
somewhere there's
Laser
something.
tag. See, I knew someone would think of it.
That's what we're doing.
You have
after
to
the show.
laser tag your back hair.
I hope somewhere there's a hair removal place run by a guy named Panzer.
Laser panzer.
Panzer?
Panzer's
With a Z?
Panzer's razor
Panzer?
or Hanlon.
Hanlon Panzer.
Just because it's a cool
Hanlon
name.
Panzer.
or-
Yeah. No, because he.
I actually do know a guy who runs one of those. His name is France Bubblegort.
Francis.
Francis Bubblegort.
Well,
Oh man,
He goes by France though.
forgot about him.
Yeah. I have a question for you guys though.
Good.
Okay, if you had to replace one of your body parts with a penis, which body part would you replace and
My
why?
penis.
My nose.
You can't replace any of your genitalia.
I would
Oh
replace
dang it!
my
I was gonna say my
oh.
one
My
ball.
finger.
Your finger?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
Oh, then you'd be.
That'd be a really good one. Good. Hey, that's the best answer
My
I've
pointer finger.
hey girl, penis pointer.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It wouldn't be on my face anywhere. That's for sure.
See, I would replace my
tongue.
nose because then I'd
Yeah.
look kind of like Gonzo.
But then everyone could
That's
call you
true.
penis face beard.
That's okay.
Could you replace like an entire limb? Like, what if
Yeah.
I said my left arm and that would just be like a giant dick?
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
But that means
right
you-
arm, though.
That means that your arm hair would just be balls.
Oh, so then you could grow it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Score.
Wait, yeah, would she have to
But-
have balls
but
in
would
her
it-
armpit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there was no. Oh, really?
yeah.
This
Well,
changes
no.
everything.
I didn't know there was a balls
'Cause you
clause.
just-
I guess either.
I'm asking
It's up to you.
if they're
Balls clause.
if you want the balls.
I don't. It would just penis. Yeah.
Sounds like a porn
You can elect
character.
to have them.
What about
Yeah,
the
have
yeah.
to.
what about the undercoat?
What?
I'm selling you a car now.
I don't understand.
Is that a thing?
Hey, so
Maybe.
wait, would the penis be regular sized, 5.5 inches erect,
would have to be
or
A full arm.
would it be like replacing the size of whatever it was replacing?
That one.
That's a tough. That
Because
is
like,
a really tough
say like
decision.
I want to be penis pinkies, then it's small, you know. But if it's a regular size penis and it gets boners too,
Well, here's the thing: is that I would have to
Not
say.
much.
Yeah, have you considered having a boner on your
I would
face?
say you can pick any side. I mean, any size. Because that way, if I have my gonzo dick nose, it could be long.
who is Gonzo?
The Muppet.
What?
Do you know nothing of the
Gonzo.
Muppets?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh, I was worried about
sorry,
that.
I am
worried about
Gonzo.
that. Bega missed childhood.
Oh, how about this one last question? Because it's about time we gotta go.
18.
If you could choke on anything, what would you choke on?
Oh, penis.
Probably a
Segue.
probably a floating banana that peeled itself.
Yeah, I would say the same.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm gonna say happiness.
Oh.
I would swallow my pride
I would
and
say
then choke
that-
on the rinds.
I want to tell somebody.
I
To,
heard that on the way here. I died a little.
I want to tell somebody to choke on happiness. That is my new life goal.
I would say that in the end, happiness is choking on a banana that's been floating and peeled.
It was a murderer in
By
the mirror.
itself.
Or
Flipped
actually,
around.
that's really just fear, isn't it?
Happiness.
I would choke on a fear
is a
boner.
floating banana.
Fear.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had a fear boner?
No.
No.
Guys,
No.
everyone who just answered was not a guy.
No, I've never had a
No, I've
fear.
never
I
had
boner.
don't think
fear
it's a real
boner.
thing.
Yeah.
I think it's made up.
I think it's a real thing.
Well, you
Something you'd like to share?
maybe have a penis, so
Well, it depends. If you consider that I have a fear of waking up in the morning,
sure.
is that a fear
I
boner?
get it. 'Cause he's yuck. I just visualized Beard's penis.
Erect
We all
penis.
did, Joe. We all did.
Can I change my answer? I would change all the beard hairs into penises.
You'd have multiple?
Yeah.
Medusa dick.
Whoa.
Is that okay? Is that
Well,
acceptable?
Yeah.
Yeah, Medusa dick. I like that.
Would they be
That's
that small or like?
Yeah, they'd be
Okay.
super small.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why not?
okay.
And I would
So
say
they'd blend in.
So wait, could you shave them and they'd grow back?
But then you would never know which
I
one
don't
was your real dick.
I would also have only half of them have the balls.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think people would just automatically vomit when they.
How many balls would you have then?
Oh my
I don't
god.
know, a lot.
Just rough
That is a
estimate.
lot
How
of
many
semen.
beer hair?
Probably
Yeah.
like 65,000.
You have a lot of pubes. Holy Testicle Tuesday.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm glad I have an extremely gross visual of Beard's crotch.
All right, real quick, shout outs. Go.
Oh yeah. Shout out Downtown Jay,
Yeah.
Jay Smooth and the Trade Homeboys.
Shout out Pneumatoid.
Shout out Pneumatoid.
Shout out Jenny from the Block. Shout out LG. Shout out Hey Girl, all my
LG
ladies.
Comboy. Pond Scum. Shout out Matt.
Love you,
Dad.
Dad.
Who else? Shout out. There's one more shout out. I forgot. Oh my gosh. Just everyone.
Slam
just,
Z.
No, that wasn't it.
Okay.
Damn
Joe
it.
Bag of Donuts.
No, definitely not.
Beard?
He's the worst.
Shout out, Beard.
I think it's just shout like the laundry.
Oh yeah,
thing.
shout out Taxman, Blake Puh.
Okay.
Appreciate it. And one last one, shout out to Cornhole and CHS Boys. Told you I'd give you a shout out. Boom, just nailed it. And just shout out to everybody who listens to the show. We appreciate it, and we love hearing your positive feedback, not negative feedback, of course. Nobody wants to hear that garbage. So if you have anything good to say, or if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to email us at theradionomad@gmail.com or any other social media outlet. Beard's all over that. He's the social media guru. Thank you, all you hot chicks, for joining us. Appreciate it. You are basically what keeps the show afloat. Slam, I guess you are kind of important. Whatever. Beard, you do nothing, basically. So thanks for
real,
nothing.
Beard.
Yeah. I had a great time. I'm excited to see you in another 2 weeks, another fortnight.
Nomad. I wasn't sure if you were going to end in time.
Well done. I always do.
Yeah.